Welcome to Daily English with AI. Before we start, don't forget to click subscribe this channel and like the video. Hi guys. Thanks for clicking this video. In this video you will listen. Secrets of great people that are never discussed. Before start, I recommend it to use earphones. You go to podcast for learning English for fun, natural way, and improving your listening. You should know nobody is instantly good at something. Everything is possible because of habit. Have you ever felt inferior, felt like you have no talent seeing other people achieve things so easily while you are still learning to stand? But don't worry, you are not alone. We often forget that behind someone's achievements there is a long, invisible process. People who are now good at presenting were once also shaking in front of the class. People who are now so agile at playing the piano used to press the wrong button in almost every practice. What makes them experts is not just talent, but because they choose to keep trying, keep repeating until they finally get used to it. Our mistake was giving up too quickly. We feel like we can't. In fact, what actually happens is that we are not used to it. We lose not because we are stupid, but because we give up before our brains and bodies have time to learn. Every process has its own rhythm. Sometimes you feel slow, but that doesn't mean you're behind. You're just going at your own pace, and that's okay. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. Remember, even butterflies need time before they can fly. The process is part of the beauty. Don't rush. Enjoy, live, and repeat. We all start from zero. Nobody is born able to do it. But those who are willing to persist, those who continue to learn and dare to make mistakes, they are the ones who ultimately become winners. Because in the end, it's not who is the fastest, but who is the most patient and persistent. What seems extraordinary today was once ordinary, so don't underestimate your first step, because small, consistent steps can change your life. Small habits done consistently can be much more powerful than momentary motivation. Many people have big dreams, but only a few are willing to take small steps consistently. For example, you want to be good at English, but you are waiting for the mood, waiting for motivation to come. In fact, you can start with 5 minutes of watching English videos every day. It seems small step, but after 100 days you will feel much better than if you never started at all. The problem is that we focus too much on big results that we forget that our strength lies in the small habits that we repeat every day. One small habit can open the door to big changes. Maybe today, you only read 1 page of a book, but if you keep doing that every day for a year, you can finish more than 10 books. Isn't that amazing? Don't wait for the ideal time, because the ideal time is not waited for, but created through consistency, starting from small things. That's where you're building your strength. Small habits are proof that you care about your development. You may not be able to control everything in life, but you can control your habits. And from there, your life begins to change. Remember, it's not big steps that bring change, but small steps that never stop. What matters is not how much you start, but how often you continue. Time is the most honest witness. If you practice every day, even if it's only 15 minutes, then in 1 year you will have accumulated more than 90 hours of practice. And believe me, 90 hours is not a small number. Someone who studies public speaking for 90 hours will have a much different performance compared to someone who only attends one expensive workshop but never practices, because that ability is formed by repetition, not just theory. Don't underestimate time, don't underestimate consistency, because those you consider talented are often just more diligent, not more intelligent. Every minute you spend practicing will come back to you in the form of strength you never imagined. Sometimes it feels slow, but slowly the results appear in the form of confidence, calmness, and expertise. Time is neutral. He doesn't favor anyone, but he gives the best results to those who know how to appreciate him through constant effort. What separates successful people from unsuccessful people is not just time, but how they use their time. They plant, water, and wait, not give up. If you feel like you haven't reached your destination, it's not the end. Keep going, keep repeating, because time will record everything and the results will surprise you one day. At the beginning of the change, everything will feel difficult. Waking up in the morning is hard. Writing every day is boring. Eating healthy all the time is boring. But remember, that feeling of discomfort is a sign that you are entering your old zone. In fact, if everything feels comfortable, it could be that you are stagnant. A new habit is like a muscle that has never been used. At first it was sore, uncomfortable, and made me want to give up. But if you keep at it, over time the muscles strengthen and become a natural part of your life. And it's not just about productivity, it's about identity formation. If you are used to being disciplined, then you will become a disciplined person. If you are used to being tough, then you will become a strong person. It all starts with habit. Don't be afraid of discomfort, because that's where your growth is happening. There is an opportunity to shape the best version of yourself. Those who are successful are not because they don't have challenges, but because they keep going even in the midst of challenges. You can also just continue. Every challenge is a test to see how serious you are about change. If you can get through the hard times, then you deserve the best version of your life. The pain is temporary, but the results of your patience and perseverance will last forever. So hang in there because you are stronger than you think. We like to admire disciplined people, but we forget that they were not born disciplined. They built it day by day. Discipline is not about genetics, not about IQ, but about small, invisible commitments. People are successful not because they are always motivated, but because they keep going even when motivation is lacking. You don't need motivation every day. You just need the intention to repeat. And over time, that intention turned into a habit. Then the habit turns into an identity. Discipline is a form of love for yourself in the future. You are willing to suffer now for the sake of a better you later. That is an extraordinary form of courage. And remember, every time you choose to persist and try again, you are planting the foundation for the future you dream of. Slow but sure. Discipline keeps you going, even when your spirits are down. He became an anchor when the storm came. Without discipline, motivation is just a fleeting wave. You can start from motivation but persist with discipline. Because consistency is not about mood but about mission. Mission to be better than yesterday. We like to think of successful people as extraordinary. Even though they are often just ordinary, they are done in an extraordinary way. Be consistent, patient, and never give up. Remember, success is not the result of one spectacular moment, but of many small moments lived through with perseverance and love. What you often take for granted today could be the cornerstone out of your success tomorrow. So don't stop the little things you do. It's a seed that's growing. The key is to keep repeating. Don't stop just because you don't see results yet. We often wait for the world to change, for opportunities to come, for others to come and help. But life changes when we change, and change starts from the little things we repeat every day. You can be anything you want to be as long as you are willing to put in the work. Continuously. Start now, no matter how small, because today is the starting point of a new you. Not more perfect, but more aware, stronger, more accustomed to fighting. Sometimes you don't need a big leap. You just need one small step and you repeat it until it becomes your way of life. That's where the real power is. Don't wait for big momentum, because you can because you are used to it. Big changes always start from changes within yourself. So focus inward. Fix the small things, repeat the good things, and let the world see the results later. James Clear said, "You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." If you like this video, don't forget to click the like button to let the YouTube algorithm know that content like this is useful for you. And if you feel this video can help you to learn English, share it with them so more people can learn English. Also, subscribe to the Learning to Understand channel, because every time, there will be more content about listening, quiz, speaking in English. Because learn is not about who is the fastest, but who is the most consistent. And remember, practice makes perfect. See you in the next video. Keep up the enthusiasm and don't stop growing. Have a nice day, English learner.